Trisha Paytas has been losing subscribers over the last few weeks because one of her longtime friends and fellow YouTuber, Nikocado Avocado, exposed her in a video for lying about him on public platforms and for bailing on their planned collaboration 2 years ago. But rather than taking responsibility and apologizing for how she treated Nick, Trisha is continuing to drag Nikocado Avocado online. Is it time to cancel Trisha Paytas? Find out right now on IO. Welcome back to InformOverload. We do the news and spill the tea about your favorite or not so favorite YouTubers. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Why don't you hit that sub button if you want to see my face every day, and follow InformOverload on Instagram. Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas. Do you like my song? Trisha Paytas is a veteran YouTuber who has gotten the reputation of being a drama queen. I mean, this woman is literally the most melodramatic person on YouTube. Often her videos involve her breaking down and crying while ranting on her kitchen floor. That being said, Trisha hasn't had an easy life. She's been hurt many times by men. She's still going through a breakup from longtime on-again, off-again boyfriend Jason Nash. Listen, we've all cried on our kitchen floors. Trisha just happens to film it and put it online. Well, Trisha has been losing anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers a day for the last couple of weeks. Many YouTubers are calling for Trisha to be cancelled, and that is due to several public feuds, most notably the feud with Ethan Klein of H3H3 Productions, where Ethan called her out for photoshopping her pictures, making her look more attractive than she is in real life. It seems from their public tweets though that Trisha and Ethan are good now, but the drama involving Nikocado Avocado is still ongoing. Damn, that name is gonna get really annoying to say. Let's just call him Nick going forward, shall we? If you haven't seen our previous coverage on this topic, check out our video Trisha Paytas Exposed so you can get up to speed. But essentially, Nick is another YouTuber who's been a fan of Trisha for years. He posted a video recently about his experience with her. It all began when Nick did a violin cover of Trisha's song Warrior. It was part of a cover contest Trisha was hosting, and Trisha saw his video and commented. And she talked about how moved she was, how she watched Nick for years, and she also wanted to do a collab with him. But then after they planned a collab, Nick flew to LA and Trisha ghosted him. She didn't respond to his text, she just sort of left him hanging. So that was 2 years ago, and over the last 2 years she's talked about Nick multiple times on live streams and in videos, saying that she's never heard of him and that she doesn't care about his videos. Or care for his videos, I should say. So that's kind of where we left this whole thing. Instead of talking about the past information, because believe me, there's a lot of it, and like honestly I'm just like at this point, I'm gonna focus on the new information. Since my last video on this subject, Trisha has been interviewed by Perez Hilton, where she denied photoshopping Nick's DMs to make it seem like he was harassing her. Perez directly asked her if Trisha has apologized to Nick, and Trisha says she's not sorry, and she's not going to apologize for something she's not sorry for. Perez then asks her if she feels as though ghosting someone was rude. She said it wasn't. Trisha argues that people ghost other people because they might have other things going on. Trisha also makes the point that when she reached out to a fan to tell them that she couldn't collab, they became aggressive. Essentially what you can take away from this interview is Trisha continues to believe that Nick DM'd her obsessively and made her uncomfortable. So despite everyone thinking that Trisha should apologize for this issue, she doesn't think that she has to. All of this being said, there are always two sides to every story. I should note that Nikocado Avocado has made 3 videos exposing Trisha Paytas as of right now. The videos are not monetized, so he's not directly profiting from this drama, but when his first video went up, he gained around 100,000 subscribers. I mean, after 3 videos, you are kind of pushing the subject a bit, says the girl that posts 5 videos about a subject for views. I mean, I know pushing subjects when I see pushing subjects, okay? We understand, Nick. Trisha lied and ghosted you, and that's terrible. Nick has every right to defend himself and his character, but I do fully think that Nick is getting something out of this public feud with Trisha, and honestly, I feel like if he knew Trisha, truly, if he is a fan, and a longtime fan, then maybe he should have expected this kind of behavior from her. Hear me out, okay? Trisha is by all accounts a diva. She always has been and always will be. I personally would not take her word for anything, especially if I'm not her close friend. And her behavior basically stems from being in the spotlight for so long and not knowing who to trust, knowing that attention gets her views. So for Nick to fly all the way from LA to Colombia to do a collab with Trisha, that is a pretty big leap of faith for someone you barely know, someone who is as melodramatic as Trisha Paytas. That woman is like a walking soap opera. My issue with Trisha is not that she didn't want to do a collab with Nick, it's how she treated him over the last couple of years. Trisha is the one who publicly bullied Nick online, on public platforms and live streams, saying that he was obsessed with her, pretending she doesn't know him, that she never agreed to meet him, which is a flat out lie.
His weight gain, Nick Cotto, avocado. Nick Cotto gaining weight, all these people being fat. I was never going, I don't know. I was never going to.
Trisha knows exactly who Nick is and she's watched him for years. She publicly said this. She's written him comments on his videos praising him, tweets that have said this exact same thing. In her first video on this subject, Trisha says she never agreed to meet Nick, and it turns out that that was a lie. Nick showed text between the two of them and she did in fact agree to meet Nick and they planned to collaborate. It was only after Nick came to LA did she totally blow him off and not respond to any of his messages. Since this whole thing began, Trisha has somewhat explained why she chose to ghost Nick Avocado. She shared this tweet which makes Nick out to be this dangerous person that says, "When people saw I would potentially collaborate with him, they sent me scary videos he made like this that seemed aggressive and abusive in nature, so I cut communication. You have every right to stop communication with anyone at any time." The tweet links to a video called "Everything Wrong with Nick Avocado." I watched it. Honestly, yeah, some of those clips are a little bit weird and they do present him in a negative light, but it's also like if someone compiled all the clips of Trisha Paytas being melodramatic, she would probably look pretty bad too. I wouldn't necessarily say that Nick is dangerous after watching that video, plus who knows how much of that is staged. All of this being said, if I were Trisha and I had planned to meet up with someone, but before the meetup happened there were people sending me videos of said person urging me not to meet up with them, I would think twice. I would. Honestly, watching all of this, Trisha feels like that mean girl at school who befriended the less popular kid, and then when her friends talk crap about this less popular kid, she pretends that she doesn't know them and tries to disassociate herself from them. Anyone who's ever been bullied by a girl knows this. I don't know about guys, but girls have definitely done this to me. It happened to me in high school. By the way, I was a loser in high school. Drama kids are always losers. I remember I had befriended this really pretty girl who was new to my school. She had red hair, but after the popular girls decided that they wanted her in their friend group, this girl decided not to be my friend anymore. Who knows what they said behind the scenes? I'll probably never know. It's probably because I farted in class in grade 6 and I'll probably never live that down. Back on topic, I will also take this opportunity to point out Trisha Paytas' relationship with Emilia Fart. If you don't watch Emilia Fart, I highly recommend you do so. She's probably one of the funniest women on YouTube right now. Emilia Fart is a Canadian YouTuber who talks about how much she loves Trisha Paytas. It's kinda like a running joke on her channel. Emilia Fart appears from her videos that she's very much in love with Trisha Paytas. She's gay. Emilia's online persona is, how to put this, a troll, so I'm not really sure how much of that is staged and how much isn't, but many of Emilia's videos involve her publicly professing her love of Trisha. A reasonable person might see this video and be like, okay, that's kinda weird. A little bit weird. But interestingly, Trisha Paytas did a collab with Emilia Fart. So this was posted to Trisha's channel on May 20th. So it's clear that Trisha does do collabs. She does do collabs with smaller YouTubers who appear to be obsessed with her. So why would she go about Nick's collab in this way? Maybe this was Trisha's way of indirectly addressing the claims about how she treats her fans by showing that she does collabs with other YouTubers. She just didn't want to collab with Nick. Trisha posted a new video since, which is called Coming Clean About All My Lies. In this video, instead of coming clean about her lies, she says again that she did nothing wrong and there's no reason to apologize because she's not sorry. So now that you've heard both sides, what do you think of this situation? Who do you think is in the right? Do you think maybe either of them are omitting details? Let me know down there in the comments. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this video by responding to some comments from my last video about Trisha Paytas. Diana Aranda said, Trisha has always been a liar, overdramatic and manipulative person, nothing new here. Which is exactly what I mean about Nick kind of just sort of taking a chance on her. I wouldn't take a chance on someone like that. I wouldn't fly all the way to LA from Colombia for someone who is, I don't know, just doesn't have the best track record, you know? Regardless of how much I love them as a fan. Elastigirl said, hate to say this, but Trisha deserves this. Doesn't she have a history with lying? Why expect any more than that? I used to be a fan, but with all the drama she stirs up, I've unsubscribed. Nick has a history of being honest and providing proof, Trisha doesn't. She only uses her words, and that can only go so far. Very good point. It would have been nice to hear a little bit more proof from her, a little bit more receipts, but I mean, what can you do? Panda Bear said, hey, I'm sorry to do this to you, but something came up and I can't do the collab. Can that be any simpler? Apparently not if you're Trisha Paytas. God said, there's a slave trade in Yemen, you know. I didn't know. Thanks God, you're so wise all the time. Author Girl Pet Parent said Nick flew from Colombia to the US for the main reason of visa requirements. Adding a flight to LA within that trip was for the purpose of the collab. Please get your facts right. So these facts were actually not in the source articles that I used for the original story, and I had no way of knowing this. And also Nick said himself that he flew from Colombia. But you do raise a good point. If Nick was already going to the US because of visa requirements, then that definitely changes things. You know? Anyways guys, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep watching, we put together a playlist for you that's right over there. And obviously, if you enjoyed your time here, if you enjoyed this spilled tea, hit that subscribe and maybe I'll see you in a future video.